This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Friday the 19th day of October in the year 2018. Here's what we're tracking tonight. The Guyana Prison Service today announced the recapture of murder accused and prison escapee Travis Evans. According to a statement from the acting prison director Gladwin Samuels, the escapee was recaptured this morning by Joint Services ranks at the Linden-Suslike Highway Junction. The police was reportedly alerted to the man's presence in the area by citizens. The prison director said he would like to commend all the persons who assisted in the recapture of the escapee, and he hopes that other citizens will assist by providing information about the other two who remain on the run. Evans and two other prisoners escaped from the Lusignan prison last Monday morning, triggering a massive manhunt. He was in prison awaiting trial in a murder case. The other two escapees were in jail on remand on break-and-entry charges. The two, Dextroy Pollard and Sudich Dayal, are still on the run. The recaptured prisoner will now face an additional charge of escaping from lawful custody. Earlier this week, there was also protest action at the Lusignan prison as prisoners complained about the situation they have to live under. Today, Minister of State Joe Harmon said the prison director needs to address the concerns of the prisoners.
But we did express our concern that the domestic, those issues which are operational in nature must be addressed by the Director of Prisons and his officers. And also the fact that the officers should on a regular basis interact with those prisoners who are there to find out whether in fact there are issues which are brewing. And so we instructed that that also be done. And secondly, the first, as I said, was at an operational level. The second was, of course, the strategic level, which required higher levels of intervention.
Stay with us, more news coming up in a moment.
This Christmas, get a loan for your dream car with an extended repayment term. Spruce up your home with that renovation you always wanted and take advantage of low or no down payment. Get new appliances so you can cook up a storm. You'll get same-day approval. Plus, you can win a getaway to a destination of your choice. Visit RepublicGuyana.com today to find out how.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Get ready to ride it, ride it. Ready to ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it, ride the wave. Open up the new vibe, drink up the boldness inside. Radical and fresh and wild, catch the wave now. Ride bold, ride fresh, ride strong. Come on, ride the wave. Taste the action, satisfaction, perfection. Wave, 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 wave.
Ride the new wave of excitement sweeping Guyana. Wave Pale Ale, a premium, full-bodied, strong and refreshing alcoholic brew, crafted to perfection for a bold, young, radical you. Don't settle for anything less. Catch a Wave Pale Ale and ride it today.
Wave Pale Ale,
crafted to perfection.
Experience our future together at the inaugural Green Guyana Expo and International Small Business Summit, Guyana National Stadium, October 18th to the 20th. Guyana's first-of-a-kind expo supporting the Green State Development Strategy for building the world's first green economy. See and learn how we will protect our environment, preserve our biodiversity, promote the use of renewable energy, and adapt to climate change. The Green Guyana Expo and International Small Business Summit, October 18th to the 20th, Guyana National Stadium, Providence. Start your journey at greenguyana.gov.gy or at Green Guyana on social media.
Welcome back. Public Policy Specialist Roxanne Myers was today officially sworn in as the new Deputy Chief Elections Officer of the Guyana Elections Commission. Ms. Myers took her oath of office before the Chief Magistrate and the Georgetown Magistrates Court. The new Deputy Chief Elections Officer, in a brief comment to the media, said she is ready to serve the country. After the contract for the last Deputy Chief Elections Officer expired, a search began for a new Deputy Chief Elections Officer. Ms. Myers got the nod of the Commission for the job, although she did not enjoy the support of the PPP-nominated members of the Elections Commission. The opposition party had accused the woman of being a supporter of the governing coalition, pointing to tweets that she had reportedly made. But the tweets came during her attendance to rallies during the last elections, and she also tweeted from the rallies of the same PPP. Myers has always maintained that she is a well-qualified professional and her track record of professionalism cannot be challenged or ignored. While the government is not budging from its position that it will not be supporting any increase of the tolls at the Berbice River Bridge. The private Berbice River Bridge Company wants the bridge tolls to be increased by almost 300% in some cases. Today, Minister of State Joe Harmon said the government's position is clear and the toll increase plans by the bridge company are unreasonable. He said the government will take specific steps if the bridge company attempts to impose any increases.
It is not only the Berbice people that are affected. Because people from all parts of Guyana travel to Berbice, travel to Suriname, and therefore all of us are affected by these increases. And so Cabinet gave the Minister the clear indication that he was to address this matter. One, that we are not prepared to accept that increase. And secondly, that the Minister was to seek a legal opinion as to what were the next steps in the event that they still proceed to at least to wanting to do that. The government also, the Cabinet also gave the Minister some certain other options which we are prepared to exercise in the event that the Berbice Bridge Company were to seek to unilaterally and arbitrarily impose those increases. However, we believe that better sense will prevail since there is a legal requirement for there to be any fee increase on the use of the bridge. So basically what Minister Patterson said to the public is the position which is the government's position, and there's been no further information on this matter as far as I'm aware since Tuesday.
The Berbice Bridge Company is maintaining that it should be allowed to increase the tolls since there have been no increases for a number of years. Just after taking office, the coalition government got the bridge to reduce its tolls by paying a subsidy to assist commuters. Now the bridge company wants to more than triple the toll prices. Under the law, the government would have to give the okay for any increases in the tolls. The government says it does not plan to offer any such support. Turning our attention now to the courts. 2 days after he was busted with over 2 pounds of cocaine in his possession, a Land of Canaan man found himself before the Georgetown Magistrates Court this morning, facing drug possession and trafficking charges. The 31-year-old accused, Wyatt Amsterdam, pleaded not guilty when he appeared in court, and the charges were presented to him this morning. The prosecution's case is that last Wednesday evening in the vicinity of the Stabroek Market, Amsterdam was nabbed with more than 2 pounds of cocaine in a haversack. He also had $600,000 in cash in his possession. Another man was in Amsterdam's company, but nothing was found on him. After listening to the facts of the case, the magistrate remanded the man to jail until next month, when the case will continue. And 32-year-old Kenton Haynes of Mucka on the east bank of the Marara was charged this morning for being in possession of over 500 ecstasy pills. He was arrested last Wednesday afternoon in the Orange Walk area while conducting a transaction with the pills. The Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit conducted the bust. In court today, the accused pleaded not guilty to the drug trafficking charges. He was represented by attorney Dexter Todd, who requested that the accused be granted bail. The magistrate granted bail in the sum of $200,000 and ordered Haynes to return to court on the 1st of November. He will have to lodge his passport with the court and will also have to make weekly visits to the police during the course of the trial. The Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit has been stepping up its monitoring of the flow of ecstasy in the local market after it was realized that the pills were being made available in some secondary schools. That probe continues. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting and encouraging you to be a part of tomorrow morning's Pinktober Walk from the Durban Park.